downtown Atlanta and Mercedes-Benz Stadium, site of this year's Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl and, of course, part of the college football playoff. A neutral site matchup here today with fans from both sides filling the stadium. It's the Indiana Hoosiers against the Miami Hurricanes. Great to have Holly Rowe join us reporting from the sidelines. Holly?
Miami's head coach told me before the game, Coach is using a great motivational tactic in the locker room with his team. He told me, this is the best game outside of the playoffs in this postseason. I am challenging our guys to put on a show for our fans. They want to make sure people know we will be in the playoff next year, and that motivation all starts here today with a terrific top 25 matchup. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. We'll keep an eye on that. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. The Hoosiers offense comes on the field first today. So glad you're with us here for the Peach Bowl in Atlanta. It caps off a really exciting weekend of quarterfinal games. The last spot in the CFP semifinals at stake here, Joel.
And what we've seen in all of these playoff games, whether it was the first round at home or in these quarterfinals in these bowl games, is the ability to win the line of scrimmage, in particular early, has set up these teams for success in these games. Now you get to see which one of these groups can get out there and win that line of scrimmage with their offensive line. Well, the key to third down success is being good on first down. And here the defense does a great job on first down of bowing up and stopping the run. And that's the key to this thing. If you can create long yardage situations, now they have to throw the football, and that pass rush can start getting after it.
The quarterback will throw it off the one-pass option. And they wrap it up after the completion just short of the first down marker.
This offense loves the RPO. The quarterback is great throwing it. He's got quick hands and a good release. This one, RPO slant, nice gain.
And now a quick third down test on this opening drive of the game. Looking to throw. It's Hoover. Makes a quick grab. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
I like the decisive decision from the quarterback there. He saw zone defense, got to his completion right away, and moved the chains.
The Hoosiers have 1st and 10 here. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Marsh. They bring him down, but a solid 9-yard gain sets up a second and short. The completion sets them up just a yard for the marker here on second down. Handoff here from the shotgun. Eludes a tackle. He's got space. They bring him down, but the gain moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43.
Outstanding job up front. Look at the hole right here. The back has the counter play, this little misdirection, and it is wide open because of what they're doing up front. This offensive line is so good, and they are winning the line of scrimmage.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Marsh. Offense in a good spot here on 2nd and 4 after the 6-yard completion. Stop for no gain. Excellent tackle.
This is great recognition by this defense. They see the wide receiver screen. They're able to pursue out and get the tackle for loss. They have been running side to side as well as anybody today. I think that the offense needs to get downhill in the run game and run right at them.
7th play of the opening drive. They've moved it, but now face a third down. Looking to pass. It's Hoover. Cut quickly. They make the stop, but good enough for a first down at the 29.
I love that idea from the play callers. Just get to a slant on third down. Work the inside shoulder of the defender. The quarterback just needs to be on time. What I really love about it, Chris, is it can set up the double move later in the game. Watch for the slant and go. We call that sluggo. That's coming up later.
On first down, it's play action. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's second down.
Really good timing from this secondary. The contact arrives right when the ball arrives, and it's able to dislodge it. Great job from them. Incomplete pass.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Handoff in a single back formation. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss.
When we talk with these coaches, they talk about the key for the defensive lineman, in particular in the middle of that line, is block destruction. Look at him get off the block, and he's able to make a play, this time in the backfield.
Play number 10 of the opening drive. Can he keep it going here on 3rd and long? Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. The pocket breaking down. Could not get there on the scramble, short of the marker, and now a 4th down decision coming up.
It can be really difficult, Chris, to scramble against nickel defense. You've got this 5th defensive back on the field, which means that there's just more speed and athleticism. You've got eyes in the backfield, and they can pursue and bring this quarterback down. This is where you really have to make a read, be decisive, and try to throw the ball in a tight window. Don't love this scramble on this down and distance. It's a nice job capping off that drive with points, and that kick was beautiful. Right down the middle. Some serious confidence for this kicker going forward.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And it's fielded. Returner trying to make something happen. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. So Miami's offense takes the field. Our first chance to see them today. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. And he dumps. It's a fumble. The defense scoops it up. A scoop and score. Wow. Touchdown, Hoosiers.
He has got to do a better job post-catch of holding on to that football. Ball security is paramount in this game. This is a terrific job defensively of knocking that ball out, and then you've got the scoop and score.
And they'll set up now for the extra point try. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And it's fielded. Returner trying to create a big play here. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now to begin at the 19. Looking to throw it on first down. With the catch, it's Vaughn. Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter. Indiana has the lead here. Solid performance so far, creating some separation. Here's the first quarter stats. And as we flip the field and begin quarter number 2, we'll see if they can continue to build this lead. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Here's a quick throw off the play fake. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35. So they get a big gain by feeding the speedy wide receiver, Joel. They told us they were going to do this. It makes sense. Get him the ball however you can.
Well, I really love that they're doing it with the RPO because that puts the defense in conflict, and then you can utilize that speed, and he's got more space to operate. The only thing the quarterback's got to make sure of, Chris, is delivering an accurate throw because, remember, timing plus ball placement, that equals yards after the catch.
So a solid gain of 8 sets them up 2nd and 2, really opens up the offensive playbook here. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Quick throw to the left. Oh, it's incomplete. A rare drop from an excellent wide receiver. Brings up 3rd down.
Boy, defense gets away with one there. He's wide open, and he just drops that ball. They're going to have to adjust the coverage here because clearly this quarterback, he's seeing it well. He found the open man. They're not going to miss many of those.
They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Makes the catch downfield and gain enough to set up 1st down now at the 39.
This is exactly why 1st and 2nd down is so important. You get into these 3rd and manageable situations, you can do whatever you want. You can throw play action, you can throw RPO, or you can throw a little hitch on the outside. That is so easy for the offense, easy for the quarterback, and it's a 1st down.
Receiver in motion now. Quick pass, here comes a jet sweep. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
Well, in our meetings, this defense told us they're going to be ready for these plays. They understand the looks and the motion, and they know that this offense loves to use these, in particular early in a game. And here they are trying to go to that well, and sure enough, defense is ready for it.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Looking to chuck it again. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
This is one of the advantages of playing zone defense is that the eyes of the defender are all over the quarterback. So even though it looks like a completion, he's able to break on the football and create contact to knock it loose.
7th play of the drive coming up, but it is 3rd down and long. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
This offense has got to stay out of these 3rd and long situations. This pass rush is too good, and here, more evidence of that. They get pressure, contact the quarterback as he throws, and now it's 4th down.
And the Canes will send the punt team onto the field. And they'll kick it away here. Kicked it too far. It lands in the end zone for a touchback. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
I've always been a big believer that you build defenses front to back and inside out. There is nowhere to go in the middle of this field right now. They're doing a great job of not allowing that offensive line to gain traction at the line of scrimmage. It's a beautiful stop right there. Really nowhere to go in the middle.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Got an opening here. 1st down and more. He's still running. They get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
Chris, there are some players that when they have the ball in their hands, they just hate to be tackled. And that's this guy. He's always fighting for extra yardage, and here he's able to get 2, 3, 4, 5 extra yards after contact.
That run, good for a 1st down. The offense still rolling. And there's the handoff. They've got him down out near the 40. A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Bringing pressure. Caught near the sticks. It's Marsh. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
This is a great example, Chris, of man-zone principles within the passing game. You run a drag route, normally people think that that just continues to race across the field, but that's not the case against zone, which they're getting here. You find the soft spot and you hook up, give the numbers to your quarterback, and then he's able to frame that ball up for a completion. That is a great job of recognition by the wide receiver and being on the same page with the quarterback. Chris, give credit to this quarterback and this offense. They continue to be patient and just continue to make 1st downs, and now getting the ball across the 50, clearly now in scoring range. And as a quarterback, you've got to think to yourself, no sacks. You can't take a negative play and knock yourself out of field goal range.
He's got a man down the middle. They finally tackle him after a huge chunk play. Moves the ball to the 12.
Man, seeing a passing game in rhythm is so fun to watch. And here, this quarterback is clearly in rhythm, playing with a lot of confidence. And he gets this ball all the way down the field. It's a nice play by the wide receiver. It's just great execution all the way around.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Oh, the pocket collapsing. Grab behind the line. It's Richard. Tackle is made, but the ball will be spotted at the 4. So now Miami will use their first timeout. They have 2 more to work with before halftime. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Now the Canes will go ahead and spend their second timeout here. They still have 1 more in their pocket for the rest of the half. This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on 3rd down, trying to force a field goal. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana. Caught in the end zone. They throw for the score.
Great teams close the half well, and it's exactly what we're seeing here. Extending the lead going into halftime. The offense goes out there, executes, and puts it in the end zone. This team is running on all cylinders right now.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the extra point is good. It's 17-0. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. And it's fielded. Can the returner make something happen here? And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. So here we go. The first play of the drive. Less than a minute to play before halftime. First down. Looking to throw the football. Fires it to the wideout. Deflected by the defense and incomplete.
Boy, this defense is very good. I've been impressed, Chris, in particular on film, how many times they knock the football away. These defenders are just always in phase, make it very difficult on any offense to complete the ball.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Looking to throw here. Fires it to the wideout. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. The Hurricanes will call their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got remaining here in the first half. The offense will set up on 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. He's going for a big play downfield. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, Chris, when you throw the football this late, you know the coverage can close. And here the window is there early, and then it closes late, and that should have been picked off. That could have been taken back for 6.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Makes the grab. It's Fletcher. And now the Hoosiers will spend their first timeout. They have 2 more to work with before halftime.
This is what makes this defense so tough. Great zone coverage behind the play, forcing the quarterback to check things down, but then the key, tackle in space.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Just trying to get rid of it. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
What a great job by this pass rush. On 3rd down, they're able to get pressure on the quarterback and contact him as he throws. That contact, it produces an incompletion. Now it's 4th down.
The Hurricanes will line up to punt it away. And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. Ball lands at the 5. It doesn't check up. Bounces into the end zone for a touchback. So not much time left before halftime as they begin this possession here. Can they make something happen? Offense will keep it on the ground here. Gets past the 35. And the play is good enough for a first down. They'll move the ball to the 44. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. And they'll go right back to him on first down. And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play.
Thanks, fellas. Perfect chance for us to put the first 2 quarters under the microscope. This running back is enjoying one very productive day. He's the bell cow for this team. They are not afraid to give him the ball, and he's a big reason why they're 2 quarters from a win. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to start the second half.
And the Hoosiers will kick this away to start the second half. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Miami offense is back on the field. Eager to get something going as we begin the third quarter. Cut in to this huge lead. Caught behind the line. It's Vaughn. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker. Pass play produces just a yard, so now they come up 2nd and 9. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Chris, you're supposed to build a defense front to back and inside out. None of that happens here. This offense hits them right down the middle. That is way too easy. They're going to have to change this scheme immediately. Call something different on defense right now.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Looks right for a quick completion. He stopped right at the line. That's sure tackling.
Well, this defense told us they were going to be ready for these completions at or near the line of scrimmage, and that was going to be a big part of their plan, and you can see that paying off here. Good pursuit, good job tackling in space, and that's a completion for no gain.
So 2nd and 10. Got to create something here to avoid a 3rd and long. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. The receiver grabs it. They bring him down to the 45, but a solid gain to keep this drive going. And they finally feature their elite wide receiver. We've been wondering, Joe, where is this guy? They haven't looked to him that much. May need to make a play to make up this deficit.
And, Chris, I will give this defense credit because they have rolled their coverage over the top of this great wide receiver. But as a quarterback, you're down in this game. Now it's the second half. At some point, you just got to say, I got to go down with my best. You got to target him, and you got to target him often.
The 5-yard gain is a win on first down. Sets up now 2nd and 5. Caught in the backfield. It's Vaughn. And they'll drop him right there for no gain. That's great defense.
You're trying to get the ball out quickly at or near the line of scrimmage, and you're just hoping that you can find a seam and that the defense won't pursue and tackle well in space. But this playmaker on the outside not able to get loose. That's a good job by the defense and no gain for the offense.
They'll run it from the gun. He stopped short of that first down marker. It's going to bring up 4th and 3.
Oh, that's a really good job by the defense. Being gap sound, there's nowhere to go for this running back because of the fundamental football being played on the opposite side. This defense is where they need to be, and then they're making the tackle. Really good job defensively.
And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. And the punt head's out of bounds, taking the dangerous returner out of play here. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. Quick throw, testing the middle. Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. And they go back to the weapon who's been so reliable and effective today. He's one of the guys that's helped them build a lead. Now, Joel, they go to him trying to secure it.
And, Chris, he's just so reliable. You can tell that the quarterback has full trust that he knows exactly where this player is going to be, that he's going to be open, and that he's going to catch the football. And when you have a guy like that you rely on the outside, you can ride that to a victory.
Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
This group is just not on the same page right now. The timing, something about this offense seems off, and clearly the quarterback is feeling that.
So second down after the incompletion. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside.
Yeah, Chris, I like this play right here because after a 2nd and 10, what you want is just a manageable third down. I've always thought, like, hey, get half of this back, create a third down that's more manageable for the play caller and for the quarterback, and that's exactly what they've done here.
Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. Quarterback in the shotgun here on third down. Short connection to the tight end here. To be brought down to the 46, good enough for a first down.
Well, this is the advantage of a good quality big tight end, is that he can basically just post up the defense on a third down and you create a first down for your offense. This is the type of mismatch that I think they should exploit the rest of the day.
The Hoosiers looking to keep this drive going. Using his legs, it's Richard. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
This defense has got to play better up front, in particular on first down. This offense continues to just gain yards on first down, churning out 4, 5, 6 yards, and staying out of obvious passing situations. This defensive line has got to start winning their one-on-one blocks up front.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They make the stop, and that's going to bring the third quarter to an end. Indiana has the lead here, and they got to be feeling pretty good about things as we wrap up the third quarter. Let's review how we got here. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss on the play.
Boy, really good job by this defense. Look at him just swarm the ball carrier. He's got nowhere to go. It's just really a no-chance carry for the ball carrier, and a great tackle in the backfield.
Been a really productive drive, but the loss there now makes it 2nd and 12. Scanning the field, it's Hoover. And the ball caroms into the receiver's hands. Defense surrounds him, just a short gain on that completion.
I really like the mindset of this quarterback. Take what the defense gives. You don't have to press the ball down the field all the time.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Grab down the middle. It's Marsh. That's enough to move the sticks. First down now from the 23.
No mystery who they're looking to on third down. You find your best wide receiver, you love the matchup, and you go to him. That's an easy pitch and catch and an easy first down.
And the Hoosiers lining up here on 1st and 10. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Pass is incomplete. The defense affecting the quarterback with pressure there. This defense just cannot get off the field. The long march moves on. Working clock with the ground game.
I know it doesn't look like much, but I really like that play. Chris, first of all, you're getting yourself in a more manageable third down situation, and the entire point of this thing is to move the chains. So creating this situation is not bad for the offense.
On this drive, they converted twice on third down. They need 6 yards here. Off the play fake, looking to pass it. Caught over the middle. It's Marsh. He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have first and goal right there.
That is a good completion from this quarterback. In this part of the field, everything is reduced down and restricted. The lanes are tighter, the windows are smaller, and they're able to get this conversion and create a first and goal. That's a really good job by this offense.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. They'll try to run it in on first and goal. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
I think the mark of a great defense is not just a defense that can get off the field and create stops, but it's also a defense that builds into those stops. For me, it's negative yardage plays. When you can go out there and create a loss, a tackle for loss, now you're really doing something. They're able to do that right here.
So getting nothing on first down makes it second and goal from the 8. Here's the handoff, testing the middle. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
This is exactly what pops up on film in preparing for this defense. His recognition, getting into the backfield, stopping plays before they ever get started. Look how fast he recognizes what's going on and then his instincts to go make the tackle.
Third and goal. Try to make it on the ground. Picks up about 5 yards, but it's not enough. Here comes a fourth down now.
That's a tremendous stop for this defense. Bend but don't break. This has been a long, successful drive for the offense, and as a head coach, you've got to reward that with points. I don't think you go for this in an obvious passing situation. Take the 3 and reward the quality series with points on the scoreboard.
The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. And they add to their lead.
It's a nice job capping off that drive with points, and that kick was beautiful. Right down the middle. Some serious confidence for this kicker going forward.
Coming off another score late in the game, they'll kick the ball away and let the Arlington, Texas at AT&T Stadium, site of this year's Goodyear Cotton Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. A neutral site showdown where neither team has the home field edge. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Relay Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler along with Joel Klatt. We are excited for this quarterfinal game, and Holly Rowe joins us on the sidelines with some of the key storylines.
Guys, everything is bigger in Texas, and that includes the crowd here today for the Cotton Bowl. It is electric down here on the field. Everybody is energized and ready for this playoff matchup. I can tell you the teams will have to communicate and really lock in because it is dynamic here on the field. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Holly. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. The Wolverines offense will be the first up today. We are pumped up for today's Cotton Bowl. This building has provided so many memorable moments, so much drama in the CIP era, Joel. Hoping for another classic today.
Yeah, you think about great Cotton Bowls. Johnny Manziel, remember him running around against Oklahoma? That was a legendary performance. Or even Jack Sawyer with that scoop and score over Texas in the national semifinal. Let's hope that we get something even more legendary here in this version of the Cotton Bowl. That's a good find by this quarterback to move the chains and create another first down. And now you got to keep this momentum going. Take this ball and try to move it all the way down the field and put it in the end zone.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. They'll test the right side here. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Well, now this defense is in a perfect situation. You're creating an obvious passing situation for the offense, and you can get these pass rushers going. Get them out on the edge, let them get after the quarterback, and create havoc in the backfield.
Now it's 2nd down here. Takes the handoff again. He's got a crease. As the first down is still going. Good enough for a fresh set of downs. They'll spot the ball at the 40.
These are the type of run plays that can build into future success. I know it doesn't look like much, right? It's 2nd down, you move the chains, that's all great. But that's the exact type of run that you can play off of later in the game, get to play action pass, and get those safeties down near the line of scrimmage.
And looking to throw now on 1st down. Looking to scramble. Escapes the pocket, but cannot make a play, and they sack him.
Chris, there's so much emphasis put on 3rd down, and rightly so. That's really the action play of the series. But the 3rd down success or lack thereof, it really happens because of what happens on 1st down. And here, this defense creating a negative play on 1st down is setting them up for success here down the line.
First down sack, pushes the ball back. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. Oh, what a grab! And he's in the clear down the right side. End zone ahead. He will not be caught. Touchdown, Michigan.
You can't start any better than that as an offense. You get that ball and you go right down the field for a score. You know, a lot of times these offensive coordinators create scripts, the first 10 or 15 plays. They map them out during the week. Well, this one was mapped out perfectly.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Return starts from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. So Notre Dame's offense gets their first crack now. This offense, and especially the quarterback, well aware of the challenge today. This is an elite group of defensive backs. They've been so tough to throw the ball on.
Chris, I don't think you can just come out and throw the ball against this group, to your point of how dynamic they have been in the back end. I think that you've got to come out and establish the run game. I think that's the only way that you have success, potentially throwing the football down the field later in the game. Offensively, they've got to find a way to run the football with more efficiency. If they're unable to do so, it will be a long day.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, somebody needs to tell this quarterback that there is a P in the RPO. That's clearly a pass read. He gives it to the back, and they're all over it. The defense was swarming in the backfield for a loss.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Here comes the rush. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big 3rd down defensive play.
Those are just killer mistakes. You're going to pick up the first down. It's the right concept. Quarterback makes a good throw. You've got to execute. When a play is there to be made, you have to make it. And that's a drop that could come back to haunt them. Now it's 4th down, and you got a decision to make as a head coach.
They'll kick it away here. See if he can make something happen with the return. Good coverage there. 0 gain on the return. Here comes the opening play of the drive. They begin from the 33. And he keeps it. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
It's always important to stay on schedule as an offense. It allows you to have full disposal of your playbook, and you don't get into those obvious passing situations. So even though they're not moving the chains here, this is what I would call a very successful play because you're on schedule.
Second down after that previous play. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. He lets it go on the move. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
Just not quite on the same page. There are some days you get to the park and it's just not working, and this is just an incompletion that I can't explain.
The offense now looking at a 3rd and short from their own 40, trying to keep this drive going. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Makes the grab. It's Buchanan. He's got room to run. Look out. He goes out of bounds, but he's inside the 30.
Well, I love that execution on 3rd down. It's about moving the chains, and it's about matchups. He goes to his wide receiver, who you clearly know he loves throwing to in big situations, and they're on the same page again for a first down.
The Wolverines line up on 1st and 10 now. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Grab down the middle. It's Buchanan. They bring him down to the 16, but they move the football into the red zone. First down.
Big completion like that early in the game is huge for the quarterback's confidence. Now you feel like you can do that over and over and over again. This play caller needs to start putting the ball in his hands now. You build the momentum through a completion like that. You got to utilize it. Go back to that well.
Snapping it from the red zone now. Looking to throw. Catch made on the right side. Well, they make the tackle, but the gain moves the ball to the 6.
Chris, I think the best way to defend these drag routes is getting some contact early in this route. You've got to jam this wide receiver, in particular with his original alignment. If he gets a clean release, you're probably going to get that ball completed as an offense. So jam the wide receiver at the line of scrimmage. Play some tight man and force him to...
Touchdown, Wolverines! He barrels into the end zone.
I always talk about vision and patience from a running back, but there's also this other trait that you've got to have to be a great player, and that's a nose for the end zone. And here he's able to take the football, and he finds the goal line, and he puts it across. Beautiful job. This is why this guy is one of the best players in America.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He'll return it from inside the 5. Defense makes the tackle here on the final play of the first quarter. It's Michigan in front at the end of the quarter. And as we reach the end of one, the lead is starting to mount. Let's take a quick look at the first quarter stats before we move on. Crucial stage of the game as we begin the second quarter. Is this one going to get out of hand? Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. An inside give now from the shotgun. Gets the first and still running. They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line.
Well, that is too easy right down the center of that defense. Great job by this offensive line, in particular in the middle of that offensive line. Guard, center, guard. Getting the job done, covering up color, and that's an easy run for a big gain from this back.
And that run is good for first down yardage. A new set of downs for this offense. Back to throw. It's Carr. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down. And the wideout goes in motion. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Makes the catch. It's Williams. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there. Offense moving closer to the line to gain after that catch. Out of the gun now on third down. He'll be sacked. The defense swarms him on third and long.
Well, Chris, they told us they were going to be aggressive on defense, and this is evidence of that. Look at them get in the backfield from the secondary. This is a beautiful job, and it's very difficult to see that from a quarterback's perspective. This is a great job, again, being aggressive and really forcing the action.
And here comes the punter onto the field. Looking to kick it away for the second time. And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for the wideout. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. Touchdown, Wolverines. Still no answer for this offensive machine.
That's exactly what you want to do on offense here. You've got the lead, and then you've got a short field. Put the pedal down. Get in the end zone, and now they're able to do that. This offense is in a great rhythm. That needs to continue the rest of the day.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. They add the extra point, and the lead now 21-zip. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. Can they begin to click now? They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Catch made on the out route. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
That's a good find by the quarterback. These early first downs within the series, they're so important to establish momentum. And now you've got to take that momentum and carry it with you. Try to get this ball down the field and go get points on this series.
There's the handoff. Solid run, tackled at the 45-yard line.
Really solid stuff from this offense here. Quarterback is making good reads. He sees in the RPO, the run-pass option, that the handoff is there. The defense is back. He gives it to his back, and he picks up a nice gain.
Getting set. Here's second down. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. He's running out of time here. Oh, quick pressure, and down he goes.
Chris, one of the things that goes most overlooked when you're talking about the pass rush is the coverage. And here, in particular in man, they're taking away the quick and easy throw, forcing the quarterback to hold the football, and allowing that rush to get home. It's a beautiful job of the combination of coverage and rush working together.
So here comes third and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Okay, we reached the 2-minute timeout. The offense some work to do here trying to cut into this lead before halftime. So here comes third and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Looking to throw. It's Carr. The pass rush closing in. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. They make the stop after a huge play. Moves the ball to the 35.
Boy, anytime you can convert a third and long, that is a huge plus. And that's a great play call from this offensive coordinator. And then really good execution from the quarterback. You've got to stand in there, find a good option, the right matchup that you want, and then deliver an accurate pass. And he's able to do that for a nice conversion. First down for this offense.
Offense beginning to click on this drive as they try to reach the end zone for the first time today. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Receiver makes the grab. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. Favorable situation, 2nd and 4 after they pick up 6 on the first down pass. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. No connection there. The pass is incomplete. So now from the 29, it's third down and short. Let's see what the play call is going to be here. Already in field goal range, but of course, thinking touchdown. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. He goes out of bounds just short of the 15.
And there's that connection that we've been expecting to see. That's something on film that really showed up, is this timing of the quarterback and wide receiver. And they haven't really established it yet today until here on third down. That's a good job. Maybe it gets them going here a little bit for the future.
Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Defense is coming after him. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
Finally, they're able to disrupt this passing game. This quarterback has been in rhythm. This offense has had a really good series. And you've got to do something. You've got to change up the look, change up the launch point, and they're able to get pressure on the quarterback and finally get him down to the ground. And now, at least you've got a better chance to try to get off the field.
Pass protection, a serious issue. Another sack makes it 2nd and long. To throw, it's Carr. Checks this down to the running back. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him closer to the goal line. Here we go, third down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. Launching one to the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Great defense here and really good timing, because anytime you're going to bat that ball away, there's always a chance you're going to arrive too early and create a pass interference. But here the defender times it perfectly, swats it away for an incompletion.
Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Here comes the pressure. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. This quarterback on fire today.
That was an incredibly important drive. This game was getting out of hand here in the second quarter, and now headed into the locker room, it's still just a two-possession game. So a lot of belief as they head in that they can come back, put together this comeback in the second half, and ultimately win.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. Point after is good. They're down 14 now, 21-7. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. So they start the drive here looking to make something happen in the final seconds before halftime. It's a draw to the back. Crosses the 35. Great effort there to make something happen, but they bring him down, and that will wrap up the first half. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They have 2 more to work with before halftime. Picks up the first, looking for more. And they get him down in what will be the final play of this first half.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've had ourselves a really entertaining first half. It's hardly a secret what this team wants to do. They want to feed the beast, let him run it, and control the line of scrimmage. Ground and pound, and continue to add to this lead in the second half. And on that note, time to throw it back to our guys at the stadium.
The Wolverines will kick this away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. The running game's really been held in check so far. Let's see if they can get it going or if they choose to pass and try to cut into this lead. And they get the second half started with the running play. And he'll be stopped for no gain. This run defense has been tough today.
That's really solid defense, being gap sound here in their defensive front 7. And they're doing a great job against this run game. They knew that that was going to be a point of emphasis here today. They wanted to stop the run first, and they're doing that.
Motion now from the tight end. Going with the old counter run here.
Stopping the run is about being sound fundamentally and schematically. You got to be where you're supposed to be in your gap, but then you got to fight. And this defense is fighting off blocks, making tackles. They're doing a really nice job.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. When the flag is out before the snap, the defense may have been a little bit over-eager that time. Minor penalty will cost the defense 5 yards. Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. Can he make it to the marker? Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
This has always been a pet peeve of mine from a quarterback perspective, is these nondescript run plays against what is clearly a run-oriented defense. You've got to have the opportunity to throw play action, create some sort of little RPO, give the decision to the quarterback and not just calling this on the sideline.
And at fourth down, they'll punt it away here. He'll call for the fair catch here. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Oh, he's got open space. Now here he goes. He goes out of bounds inside the 45. They continue to lean in the running back. He's had a solid game. And when you're ahead on the scoreboard, Joel, you love to be able to just turn and hand the ball off to a guy like this.
Well, Chris, this is certainly their DNA as a program. You're going to try to ride those body blows that you had early in this game to more sustained success later in the game. Look for them to continue to lean into this run game. And as we've seen in previous weeks, that's when they really start chewing up the yardage.
And the defense smothers him for no gain. Offense getting set. Second down play here. On the run, it's Marshall. That's a solid gain. Moves the football inside the 30. And a first down. A big chunk gain. More of the same for this offense. The defense still no answer for this running back.
Chris, I certainly thought that they were going to come up with some sort of answer to this run game at halftime, but it doesn't look like they've changed anything schematically. And if they're not going to change, don't change anything from a play call perspective. Keep feeding this back.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8.
It's something I love about this defense is their discipline. Look at them stay in their rush lanes and get a nice stop.
Important second down play coming up. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Looked over the middle, but it's incomplete. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On third down, he drops to throw. Oh, they got him for a sack. That'll bring up fourth down.
Well, it's tough for a quarterback on third and long, but they just don't get the protection right here. There's nobody open. The offense is not executing at a high level. They need to get routes right at the stick so the quarterback can get the ball out of his hands.
So they're short on fourth down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. This will be about a 53-yard attempt. Let's see if he can get it there. And that kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. And that will extend their lead even further.
What a weapon he is to roll out there and hit this massive bomb. I tell you, as a quarterback, that is just such a relief knowing that you don't have to get that ball inside of the 30-yard line for field goal range. All you've got to do is get it close to the 40, and you can trot your guy out there for a kick.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Pass complete on a crosser. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
That is a good job by this wide receiver and the quarterback recognizing the zone coverage. When you've got a crossing route, you've got to sit down in that window. You see it zone, sit down, give the numbers to your quarterback, and he's able to put the ball on the frame, and they get a nice completion there. This is a great job of recognition from everybody on the offense, but more specifically that wide receiver and quarterback.
Looks like Notre Dame will have the first down.
Yeah, there you go. That's a nice completion by this quarterback, and he's able to move the chains here on this series. This quarterback just needs to continue to do this, find the open man, and hit him with the accurate pass.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Trying to find room. It's Williams. Nowhere to run up the middle. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Play fake, looking to throw. It's a short completion to the big tight end. And they make the stop in what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. It's Michigan in front at the end of the quarter. So after 3 quarters of play, it's a pretty solid lead. Let's take a look at our game stats, how we got here. And now entering the final period of play, is there an epic comeback in store? We're going to find out. We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. Try and muscle for the first down. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
For an offense, it's always important to stay ahead of the chains, and that's how you convert on third down. So a nice pickup there for the offense.
This Notre Dame offense is moving quickly down the field. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
Well, this is exactly what you need to do on first down, is continue to stay on schedule and keep your quarterback out of those long yardage passing situations. The run game is doing a good job, and you got to give the credit to the offensive line. Continue to churn yards on first.
To throw, it's Carr. Lets it fly to the wideout. The sure hands, it's Porter. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 now. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. It's an out route, the catch made. That's a nice play. It'll set him up first down now at the 12.
Chris, I don't know how the big tight end gets that open in the middle of the field. Somebody has got to target the tight end in coverage. That's an easy throw and catch, and as a quarterback, I will take it all day long. My tight end's open, bang, complete.
Notre Dame has moved now into the red zone. And the pressure's on. Pass caught. Can he get in?
Well, they're doing a good job here putting themselves in position inside the 5, but got to score quickly. You need the ball multiple times. This ball needs to be in the end zone right away.
A chance to get right back into this football game. It's first down and goal. Back to throw again. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Irish. They go to the air to reach the end zone.
That is exactly what the doctor ordered in this situation. Tight ball game, and they drive the length of the field. Great execution from everyone on the offensive side to go all the way down the field and put it in the end zone.
Kicking team out for the PAT try. The extra point is good. They cut the lead to 10, 24-14. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. Oh, and the hands team does their job and secures the recovery. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Fighting off the defender. They make the tackle, but this running back just continues to churn out the yards. What a game. And the Fighting Irish will call their first timeout. They still have 2 more to work with here in the final quarter. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Grinding away with the running game. The junior able to bring him down quickly. And now Notre Dame will spend their 2nd timeout. They've got 1 more timeout to use now. 3rd down play for this offense. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. And moves the football to the 27 and a first down. The Irish now use their third and final timeout. They have to navigate the rest of the way without being able to use a timeout. First down here for this offense. Looking for a gap. It's Marshall. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. Here's the second down play. It's the 2-minute timeout as the offense tries to put the finishing touches here on a lopsided victory. Second down play coming up for this offense. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Handoff to the right side. Tough running to avoid a loss, but just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
What a great call from the coordinator. He blitzes that near side, short side corner, and he's in the backfield for a tackle for loss on first down. That's exactly how to set yourself up for success on second and third down. Great call from that coordinator.
They'll run it here. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's fourth down. So they'll settle for a field goal attempt here. He was successful last time out. This attempt is from 42 yards away. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. And they add to their lead.
It's a nice job capping off that drive with points, and that kick was beautiful. Right down the middle. Some serious confidence for this kicker going forward.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. Dropping back. It's Carr. Looks to the left for a quick throw. He makes the grab. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Well, Chris, this defense is going to have to change something up. The quarterback is way too comfortable. These wide receivers are winning on the outside. This passing game is in rhythm, so the defense has got to change. Whether it's coverage and or blitz, do something different.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And that one is incomplete with just 9 seconds on the clock.
Chris, as a quarterback, sometimes you feel like you've just got no chance. I mean, the pressure is immense. We've seen it all day long. All these sacks that he's had to take in the backfield. And this pass rush is just owning the line of scrimmage. The offensive line better fix something, and they better fix it in a hurry.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Taking a deep shot here late in the game. And it's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
You need a second possession, so you got to go for broke. This ball has got to be thrown aggressively down the field. It needs to get into the end zone quickly.
Now the offense faces third and long from the 30. Can they convert and get a drive going? Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Pressure is coming. And that last pass falls incomplete. That will do it. Game over. And that will wrap up our coverage. Hope you enjoyed the game. For Joel Klatt and Holly Rowe, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome, folks, to downtown Atlanta and Mercedes-Benz Stadium, site of this year's Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl and, of course, part of the College Football Playoff. Hi, folks, and welcome to this highly competitive matchup. It's the Oklahoma Sooners against the Alabama Crimson Tide. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler along with Joel Klatt. We are excited for this quarterfinal game, and Holly Rowe joins us on the sidelines with some of the key storylines.
Once again, Atlanta has shown out. This is one of the college football capitals of the world. We know that the South is so strong with their love for college football, and this Peach Bowl crowd is electric. This playoff game is ready to be off the chain. Coaches are really talking to their teams about communicating well and being locked in because the crowd is making it really hard to communicate and hear each other right now down on the field. Guys?
My thanks, Holly. Good stuff. So Alabama's offense is up first today. So glad you're with us here for the Peach Bowl in Atlanta. It caps off a really exciting weekend of quarterfinal games. The last spot in the CFP semifinals at stake here, Joel.
And what we've seen in all of these playoff games, whether it was the first round at home or in these quarterfinals in these bowl games, is the ability to win the line of scrimmage, in particular early, has set up these teams for success in these games. Now you get to see which one of these groups can get out there and win that line of scrimmage with their offensive line.
Second down play coming up. Back to pass. It's Russell. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. They'll try to keep the opening drive going here. It's 3rd down and 2. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Oh, they've got him for a sack on 3rd down.
It's so difficult to present pressure on the quarterback in a short yardage situation, and the defense is able to do it. That's a really nice job by this defensive coordinator and this defensive front getting home on 3rd down.
And the punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll kick it away here. And here's the return. Coverage team makes the tackle. No gain on that return. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Caught over the middle. It's Zategna.
I really like the execution from this quarterback and wide receiver. Watch as they're on the same page and then on the same timing. If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes, it's got to be framed up and it's got to be thrown on time. Both of those happen, and it's completion for this offense.
5-yard pickup on first down sets him up at 2nd and 5. A lot of play calling options here. Stop for no gain. Excellent tackle.
Great swarming defense, but if you're going to catch that ball behind the line of scrimmage and you've got defenders all over you, you might want to just bat that one down and not take the loss. So a clear mistake from the offense, but again, this defense is just flying around, and they're playing so hard and so well right now.
Send the back in motion. To throw, it's Mateer. Caught near the sticks. It's Hansen. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
They better find a way to pressure this quarterback because he's just sitting back there with nobody in his face. If he's got time, he's going to rip them apart, and he does here on 3rd down. They're able to move the chains. This is a nice job, yes, but the defense has got to change something up front.
Off the play fake on first down. That's reeled in. It's Zategna. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
Anytime you're running a crossing route, you've got to establish, is this man defense or zone defense? If it's zone, you've got to sit down in the soft spot and give your numbers, your chest to the quarterback. They're able to do that here, and then as a quarterback, you just can't lead them into the defender. Frame them up, put that ball right on their body so they can get upfield.
Grab near the sticks. It's Sategna. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. And the Sooners pick up enough yardage to get a fresh set of downs. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Catch is made down the middle. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down. The Sooners come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And he drops it. Can you believe it?
Well, Chris, it wasn't technically a pass breakup, but there was nowhere to go if he even caught that. And in fact, I feel like he was even hearing some of the footsteps. You can kind of understand the drop because the defense was all over him.
Receivers are bunched together. But a quick stop by the defense. Gain just 2, so it's 3rd and 8. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Dropping back. It's Mateer. Wide open downfield. Tackle is made at the 4. It'll be first down and goal.
That is a big conversion on 3rd down, in particular in this area of the field. It looked like that defense was going to force a field goal opportunity. Now you're set up with 1st and goal. You got to punch this one into the end zone. Pay off that nice 3rd down conversion.
End of the first quarter here, still no score. Getting set here now for the second period. Both offenses looking for some efficiency, for a spark after that opening quarter. So here we go, an exciting start to the quarter as the offense sets up with a 1st and goal. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Tackle made short of the goal line, but they'll spot it at the 2.
Man, this is tough sledding down here when you get into these goal-to-go situations, continuing to try to run the football. It is about movement and leverage. This offensive line has got to get low. They got to keep those legs moving, and these running backs, I'll tell you what, get behind your pads and get physical.
On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Nowhere to run on that play. They've got him in the backfield. That's a loss of a yard.
It's a nice run setting up 3rd down here, and as an offensive play caller, you got to understand, are you willing to go for it on 4th down? I think they should be willing to go for it on 4th down. Even if they don't get it, the opposing offense would have to go 90-plus yards to score.
They'll look to throw it on 3rd and goal. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Now tackle him well short of the marker. Brings up 4th down. We'll see if they tried out the field goal team.
This defense is flying around. The completion behind the line of scrimmage, and there they are. They are ready for it. Making the tackle in space. Now it's 4th down. They're doing a great job.
So on 4th down, they will settle for a field goal attempt. The field goal is good. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0.
It's a nice job capping off that drive with points, and that kick was beautiful. Right down the middle. Some serious confidence for this kicker going forward.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? He's looking to scramble. breaking into the clear. The freshman QB shows his toughness, picks up the first down himself.
It's going to be a really long day for this defense. If they can't corral this quarterback in these scrambles, he's dropping back, nowhere to throw, or he just sees an open lane. Look at this quickness that he's able to use. He gets across the line to gain, moves the chains for a first down.
To the air, it's Russell. Here's a quick screen to the receiver. The 8-yard completion makes it 2nd and 2. The opportunity for the play caller here to be a little bit aggressive. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Looks like Alabama will have the first down.
Chris, this is a great example of how to defend the RPO from a defensive perspective. Number one, your secondary player has to stay home and defend the pass. Then you've got to get off blocks up front and win your one-on-ones. If you can do that as a front seven, you can stop the run without the help of that secondary, and you can shut down the RPO.
Pass not complete, but there was a lot of contact there, and here comes a late flag. Defense will have to bounce back after that PI sets the offense up with a fresh set of downs. The tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
Well, these run plays don't look like much, but I'm telling you, they are vital to keep them on schedule, create those short yardage 2nd and 3rd down opportunities.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Oh, he makes the catch. They finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 28. Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Back to pass. It's Russell. Moves out of the pocket. Using it. Open field ahead. They bring him down at the 13. This offense really threatening now to score. It'll be first down.
When you talk with quarterbacks, and in particular quarterback coaches, coordinators, play callers, they'll tell you that the mark of a great player at this position is a guy that can pick up 2 to 4 first downs with his legs. Sometimes it's not always going to be a quarterback run designed by the play, but the ability to improvise, get on the outside.
It's caught. He's got room. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They couldn't stop him there. That's a great drive. Perfect call and execution to take the lead before halftime. Important because the other side gets the football, Joel, to begin the 3rd quarter.
I don't think you can overstate the importance of a drive like that and a score like that. All these coaches talk about the middle section of the game, winning right before halftime and then right out of halftime. And right here, taking the lead, knowing that you've got to kick it off to start the 3rd quarter, that is a massive moment. Now you can go in, make some adjustments, and really come out with a great defensive game plan for the early 3rd quarter drive.
And now they'll set up for the point after. Kick goes through, so it's 7-3. You got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And the kickoff will be returned. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He escapes the pocket. They bring him down, but a solid 9-yard gain sets up a 2nd and short. Now we get a timeout from the Sooners. That's their first. They have 2 more to work with before halftime. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Tackle, but first down.
You know, Chris, one of the things we don't talk about enough in quarterback play is the decision-making in the run game. And here in the RPO, he makes a great read. He's not throwing the football. It doesn't go on his stat sheet, but he hands the football off on a beautiful read, and it's a nice, productive game for this offense.
Offensive line getting set. It's first down. Looking to pass. It's Mateer. Coming after him. He's hit as he throws it. Pass incomplete under heavy pressure. Just got it away.
That is a poor decision by this quarterback. That's not the matchup that you want. The coverage is tight. Really should have been intercepted. I think the quarterback got away with that one. Sigh of relief from that offensive coordinator that that's not a turnover.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Running out of time in the pocket. Goes to his right side there for the completion. And the Tide will now spend their first time out here. They have 2 more to work with before halftime. An important third down attempt for this offense. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
What a huge play by the defensive back. Looks like it's going to be a first down, and he's able to dislodge that ball, create the incompletion. Now it's 4th down. Again, timing. You got to show up at the right time with physicality. Knocks the ball loose, 4th down.
The Sooners will send their punt team onto the field. And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. And that sets up a return. Returner tackled right there. That's when they'll start the drive. So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here. Less than 30 seconds before halftime. Looking to throw it on first down. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down. Grab behind the line, it's Rodgers. Solid gain, they'll spot him out at the 35.
These wide receiver screens are like extended handoffs for the quarterback. They are so easy to execute, and all you've got to do is throw it on time. The wide receiver does a nice job getting the line to gain, and he ultimately moves the chains for this offense.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Catch made on the left side. Breaks into the clear. And he goes out of bounds just short of the 40.
Well, it's another first down on this series, and they're doing a great job. This quarterback continues to see the defense really well and get the ball out on time. Now once you're in the scoring area, you just can't take a sack and don't force the ball down the field.
So on first down, the field goal unit will come out there trying to get 3 points before the half. Oh, and he missed it. The kick is no good. And the lead remains at 4 after the miss.
I mean, 60-plus is pretty ridiculous. I don't know why they even trotted him out here to attempt this field goal. I mean, did we really think he was going to make it? I didn't.
One more play before they head to the locker room. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. Looking deep down the left side. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. Now he's bringing it back. Breaks clear over the right side. Can they chase him down? Touchdown, Bama. Pick 6 could be a game changer.
This is a massive momentum switch in this game. It looks like the offense is going to be able to get some points. And then the defense steps in front of the pass, and it's a pick 6 going the other direction, really breaking this game open a little bit.
Now the all-important extra point. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
All right, thanks, guys. And through 2 quarters of ball, it looks like we're in for another fun one here today. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, third down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to watch this one unfold. Back to our guys in the booth.
Alabama will kick it off to start the second half. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the Sooners offense is back on the field. Play action here on first down. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. How aggressive will they be on this first down play? Here comes a handoff. And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line. Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the handoff on a counter. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Back to throw. It's Mateer. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. They make the stop after a huge play. Moves the ball to the 35.
That is such an important conversion to keep your offense on the field. They're trying to execute this comeback here in the second half. They need points. They need it in a hurry. It's a good job of moving the chains on third down.
They'll run it to the left. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8. And the quarterback dropping back. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
It looks to me like this quarterback is really struggling seeing the defense. This is just zone defense, and you can tell he's not very comfortable, and he's sitting in the pocket. He doesn't understand where his eyes should start and where he should go with the football, and because of that, the indecision leads to a sack. He really needs to start locating the safety right at the snap to understand the coverage that he sees.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. The pocket breaking down. Here's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. Looks like the defense has it for a takeaway.
This is exactly why I've been saying you want to avoid 3rd and long. Obvious passing situations. This pass rush is too good. There's nowhere to go with the football. And even though he's trying to get the ball down the field, the rush shows up and he puts it on the ground. Beautiful strip sack. It's a turnover, and this defense is doing one heck of a job.
So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. The shotgun handoff here. Oh, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
Chris, as an offense, you've got to have better success on first down. Now it's an obvious passing situation. I've always felt you want to throw the ball when you want to versus throw the ball when you have to. This is a have-to situation, which means that pass rush is going to get going.
Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss. 2nd down and 11. Looking downfield. It's Russell. Quick throw to his receiver. The freshman with a little too much air under that one.
You quarterbacks out there, when you're throwing the football down the field, you cannot let your eyes track the ball. You've got to keep your eyes on the target. Like shooting a three-pointer, you keep your eyes on the rim. If you keep your eyes on the target, that ball is going to fall perfectly into place. A lot of times when your eyes go up, you tend to overthrow it like we see here.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Oh, they've got him for a sack. That'll bring up 4th down.
Well, Chris, this is why 1st and 2nd down are so important. When you're behind the chains on 3rd down, it is advantage defense, and they do take advantage. Good pressure. Quarterback's got nowhere to go with the football, and they're able to get the sack and get off the field.
The punt team making their way on the field. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. He gets it away. Directional kick with nice distance. And he puts it out of bounds, so no return. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. Quick throw to the right. It's caught. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. They get just 2 yards on the pass play. Now it's 2nd down and 8 coming up. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Hansen. And he will make the 1st down. Tackled at the 26.
As an offensive coordinator, I would have this play in my game plan as many different ways as I possibly could. Drag the tight end across the formation. It's the easiest completion for a quarterback in football.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. To the air. It's Mateer. On the move now. Extending the play now. Tackle is made, but that's good for a 1st down at the 47. So Alabama will take the lead into the quarter break here. Sitting in pretty good position as we wrap up the 3rd quarter. Let's check out the game stats so far. We're set now for the 4th quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. They open the 4th by going to the air. He'll try a pass here. That's caught. It's Harris. There's the tackle, but 1st down yardage.
That is a perfect start to this drive for this quarterback. He's 3 for 3, and now he needs to start locating those wide receivers that are down the field. Find the seams in this defense and push it into scoring territory.
And the Sooners will have 1st and 10 here. From the shotgun, drops back, bringing pressure. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
This quarterback has been under duress all day long, and here it's much of the same. He's hit as he throws, creating the incompletion. They've got to shore up this protection.
So 2nd down and 10 now from the 43 after the incompletion. After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. And this time it's complete.
The key to these curl routes is the wide receiver understanding space and the zone defense. Watch as he hooks up and gives his numbers to his quarterback. And then it's about the quarterback understanding the read, getting that flat defender out of the way, and throwing the football on time. It looks simple, but that's really good execution.
To a shotgun run call. He's got space. They make the tackle, but the offense now set up with a first down at the 21.
You know, Chris, we don't talk about it a lot, but the quarterback's best friend is when he doesn't have to be great to move the chains. Here, they're able to hand the football off. The back is able to get across the line to gain, move the chains, create a first down. That's just like a gimme putt in golf for a quarterback. You don't have to think, and you're still moving the ball down the field.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They tackle the receiver, but they gain enough to move the ball inside the 10.
You see an offense that runs these drag routes well, it is really tough to stop, almost impossible to stop. And the whole key for the offense is really about timing. It's about the quarterback getting that ball out of his hand on time and then accurately hitting the wide receiver in stride. If that happens, there's really nothing the defense can do.
They bring him down, but they'll spot the ball at the 3. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. It's Mateer. Moves out of the pocket. Oh, they bring him down just short of the end zone. They'll spot it at the 1.
Chris, what do you hear me say all the time in these red zone situations, and more specifically in goal-to-go situations? Don't put the ball in harm's way. It's touchdown, check down, and if the check down's not there, take it yourself. Get what you can get. As a quarterback, you've got to manage the game, and this is a great example of managing this goal-to-go situation.
Trying to throw for it on 3rd and goal. It's a sack. They trap him inside the 5.
Chris, this defensive coordinator is really dialing it up. I love this play call. It's 3rd and short, and yet he's aggressive. He rolls the dice, and he blitzes this quarterback, and they get home, they get the sack. This is a great stop for this defense.
Coach is going to take the 3 points. Here comes the field goal unit. He was successful on his first try. This is just a chip shot from 21 yards out. Knocks that one right down the middle.
That's a good series in part 1 of this comeback, and now an opportunity to trust your defense. They've got all their timeouts left. This defense has to get out there and get a stop right now.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. Fields it just outside the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. Leaning on the run game here. It's a solid gain. Moves the ball out to the 28. Now we get a timeout from the Sooners. That's their first. They'll still have 2 available as we approach the end of this game. Time winding down. This offense comes to the line trying to bleed out the clock. It's a quarterback keeper. Got an opening here. Timeout Oklahoma. That's their second. Chance to strategize for this 2nd down play.
Well, that's exactly what you want to see as an offensive play caller, is your guys up front winning the line of scrimmage here late in this game, 4th quarter, and able to run the football on first down. That's just beautiful stuff up front.
Handoff to the back. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain. And the Sooners now will take a timeout. That's their last one. Strategy session before this 3rd down play. Offense comes up trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. Grab behind the line. It's Jenkins. He stopped right at the line. That's sure tackling.
That is a huge stop by this defense, forcing a 4th down, and now it's do or die. Gotta go for it, gotta convert.
They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll kick it away here. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Coverage team brings down the returner. And the first play of the drive now set up at the 27. Looking to pass. It's Mateer. Finds his man. It's Sategna. They bring him down, but a solid 9-yard gain sets up a 2nd and short.
This is exactly what the offense needed to do after the defense executed and got the ball back. They're able to come out here and start this drive in a big way, getting the ball down the field.
We've got to get points quickly here, looking for explosive plays right now. Nice throw, caught for a completion. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
What a huge first down to stop the clock. And now they need to move quickly. They've got to get points on this drive.
They'll get set, needing to score quickly now, looking for some big plays right here. First down, looking to throw the ball. Oh, the pocket collapsing. Oh, they sack him. The pass rush making a big impact. For our coverage here. Thanks for joining us. For Joel Klatt and Holly Rowe, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.